into these really short practice sessions of hormone yoga therapy. So this is just to get you familiar with what we will cover in the 6-week course starting in January, on the 6th of January. And I'm just going to introduce you to a few of the basic techniques that you'll need to know, so that when we come to do the 6-week course, if you're wanting to take that, you'll be a little bit more familiar with those things. They'll be recapped on the course as well for anybody that hasn't received these recordings. So we'll just start with a few of the basic things. So hormone yoga therapy is about regulating the hormone production within the body. So this is not necessarily just focusing on one hormone. This is about regulating all the hormones. So the sequence covers postures that target a range of glands within the body, not just one gland. And when we feel balanced, when we have hormonal balance, our moods are better and our body just feels better as well. It helps us to cope with what life throws at us when we are in balance, in all forms of balance, and hormones especially can be really mood swingers sometimes if something is off balance. So it's about getting that back in check. The basic techniques of hormone yoga therapy are a certain breath technique, a certain visualization technique, and certain things called bandhas, which are energy locks. So the main one within hormone yoga therapy is called Mula Bandha, and that is where we contract the pelvic floor. Okay, so this is also good just for general health of the pelvic floor and everything anyway, but this is, within yoga it's called Mula Bandha. Okay. We'll start with the breathing technique first, and then we'll move into practicing a little bit of that visualization, and then we'll have a go at that pelvic floor exercise, and that will be it for the first video, just these basic techniques. Okay. So the breathing exercise is called Bhastrika KD, and it's a form of fast breathing. So my advice is, if you suffer with anxiety or panic attacks, you may not want to use this breath within the hormone yoga therapy sessions, okay? Otherwise, it's fine to do. Also, if you're currently on your period, there's nothing wrong with doing Bhastrika KD breathing, but you may not want to when you're on your period, because it may be just a little bit uncomfortable around the lower abdomen. So it's all about a fast movement with the belly. So of course, if you have stomach cramps, period pains, anything like that, you may wish to leave that breath when you're practicing whilst menstruating. So I'll show you what the breathing looks like, and I'll give a little bit of space for you to try at home, and then we'll move on to the visualization that I spoke about. Okay, so Bhastrika KD is a forceful inhale and forceful exhale. Okay, so the breath is really short. Normally in yoga classes the breath is nice and long and deep, and this is actually much more of an active firing up breath. Okay, so it looks and sounds a little bit like this. It might take you a while to come to terms with the way that this breath works and to really get it right. So it's just a case of practice, and also ask questions if you're not sure. So we'll have a little go. If you just want to watch me, and then you can have a go at home. Okay, so you're going to breathe through the nose, in and out through the nose, and you can allow there to be a sound through the nose as you breathe. Okay, so Bhastrika KD looks like this. So I'll do a slightly slower version, and of course when we do this with some of the postures, you can make your breath slower, you can go faster, it's completely up to you. But what's really important is that you're able to get the abdomen moving. So it's not about the speed of the breath, it's about the movement in the abdomen, okay? Because this really helps to fire up, if you're a woman, the ovaries, okay? So a slower version looks like this. just have a go at home now. Of course, it's a video, it's a recording, so if you need to, you can even rewind and rewatch that little clip as many times as you like. So I'll just give a bit of space now for you to have a go practicing Bhastrika KD. So this breath is used with a lot of the postures, so it's really good just to familiarise yourself with that movement. And like I said, it's about the movement of the abdomen, not the speed of the breath. So just have a go, play about with it. And so what you are looking for is on the inhale, the belly goes out. So it's a forceful inhale, short inhale, the belly goes out, and then a forceful exhale, belly draws in. So it's like a pumping action of the abdomen. So just making this your last bit of Bhastrika KD, and then we'll come to the visualization. So the postures that we do have this Bhastrika KD breath, and then we have something after doing that Bhastrika KD breath where we hold the posture and we do this visualization, which is known as circulation of energy. So this is where we do a certain thing with the tongue and a certain thing with the mind, where we draw our awareness to the gland that we're working with and allow the energy to flow to that gland to help stimulation of hormone production. Okay, so it does involve a short retention of breath. These are very, very short retentions of breath, so it should be fine to practice. But you may find that if you have anxiety again or any fear of holding the breath, that retaining the breath doesn't work for you. So please feel free to do the visualization part without the retention of breath. Okay. So this circulation energy involves us inhaling, retaining the breath, and then we bring the tip of the tongue to the soft palate. So up and back with the tip of the tongue. Yeah, so it's like the tongue slightly rolled back. Hard to show on a recording, but yeah, tip of the tongue to the soft palate. Yeah, so past the hard bit at the roof of the mouth, you're moving the tongue back. So you inhale, tip of the tongue to the soft palate. Yeah, that's the first part. Okay. So then, as we retain the breath, so we inhale, retain the breath, we bring the tip of the tongue to the soft palate. We concentrate on the tip of the nose. So this doesn't mean that we then cross the eyes and look at the nose. It can be closed eyes, and it can be an internal mind's eye focus on the tip of the nose. And then we engage Mula Bandha, which is that energy lock pelvic floor exercise I spoke about. Once we've got all that, we then change our awareness to, say, the ovaries or the thyroid, whichever gland, and we exhale, allowing all that energy to flow to the gland that we have been focusing on. Okay, so that's the visualization. So we inhale, hold the breath, tip of the tongue to the soft palate, concentrate on the tip of the nose, engage Mula Bandha, and then as you exhale, you bring your awareness to the gland and allow all the energy to flow there. Okay. So I'll repeat that one more time. Of course, we haven't learnt the Mula Bandha yet, so I'm just letting you know what circulation of energy is, and then when we have Mula Bandha, we can put the whole thing together. So our circulation of energy practiced after each posture, we hold the posture, and then we do this. We inhale, we retain the breath. We bring the tip of the tongue to the soft palate. Concentrate on the tip of the nose. Engage Mula Bandha. And then exhale, sending your awareness to the gland and allowing all the energy to flow there. Inhale, retain the breath, tip of the tongue to the soft palate. We focus on the tip of the nose. Engage Mula Bandha. Concentrate on the gland, and as you exhale, allow all of the energy to flow there. Okay, so that's circulation of energy. Then we have Mula Bandha. So Mula Bandha is where we engage and contract the pelvic floor. So this is a very gentle engagement. We are not trying to involve the anus at all. So it's not like we're squeezing everything in and up. It's a very soft engagement of the pelvic floor. Okay, so the area that we're looking at is just very gently drawn up into the body. Okay, so what you can imagine is you can imagine a bowl, and it's got a handkerchief or a tissue over it. And the action that you're looking for from your pelvic floor is that lift of the centre of the handkerchief or the tissue, just gently lifting up off of the bowl. Yeah. This visualization might help you to learn that pelvic floor contraction. It's the space between the genitals and the anus that you are learning to contract in and up. Very soft, very gentle. Okay, so just have a go at doing that now. Again, this can take a little while to learn, so be patient with yourself. All of these things, it sounds like quite a lot. You've got to do this breath and the postures, and you have to hold the postures and do this visualization, and then you have to also do this thing called a bandha, and that can all sound really like too much to do. But when we're in the class and when you're flowing through the postures and it's repeated so often, you do pick it up and it becomes very, very simple. So try not to feel overwhelmed by the amount of instruction there is just in this video. It becomes more clear as we go through the postures itself. Okay. So we have, as a recap, we have Bhastrika KD as the breathing, so the pumping of the stomach on the inhale and the exhale, so strong firing up breath, and it's more important to get the movement of the abdomen than it is to get a quick breath. So everyone that's taken the class will be breathing at a different rate, and that's absolutely fine. Then we have our circulation of energy, where we inhale, retain the breath, we bring the tip of the tongue to the soft palate, we focus on the tip of the nose, and then we engage that Mula Bandha, that pelvic floor contraction. We focus on the gland that we've been working with, so the thyroid, the ovaries, testes, whatever it might be, and then we exhale, focusing on that gland and letting the energy flow there. So these are your basic techniques for a hormone yoga therapy class. So I hope that's all made sense. Any questions, you know how to contact me, and in the next video we'll also practice these techniques with a few postures, so you can start to see how it all comes together in that way. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know how you get on, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you at the online course in January.